Hi, I'm Brian Sear.
And I'm Jet Paulquin.
So we've been doing from the ground up video series. We've taken you all the way through from digging the hole to pouring the basement to building the structure and so on, the electrical service rough-ins, the HVAC rough-ins and so on. So now we're getting to a stage, Jet, where we got to warm up the house.
Right. We're going to talk about insulation.
Let's talk about insulation. Perfect time. So when we talk about insulation, there's a number that always comes to mind, and it's R value. Jet, what's R value all about?
So the R value is actually about the conductive flow from heat to cool. So when you look at insulation and the R value is right on the insulation, that value, the higher the number, the lower your conductive flow from hot to cold. Okay, so we want a nice high number there so your house can stay nice and warm.
Right on. So we were talking before about framing and wall thickness. Remember I talked about 2x4 walls being a 3.5 inch, which is an R12 insulation. When we get into a 2x6 wall, then we can get into an R20 or R22 insulation. Higher R value, greater energy efficiency because the conductive flow is less. Typical wall like this, you got your R22 insulation here. Now this is a fiberglass insulation, and on top of it you've got Vapour Barrier. So it's Vapour Barrier, some people call it poly. Now today's energy efficiency requires a 6 mil poly. So here's the whole idea. Why is it called Vapour Barrier?
It gives you a real nice tight seal, and it's going to stop any moisture from getting in between your foundation wall and your insulation.
Incorrect. Yeah, so that's what most, there's a loaded question, Jen, because that's what most people think. The idea, though, behind Vapour Barrier is that heat travels from warm to cold. In warm air is moisture, okay? And remember what I said, migrates from warm to cold. So when it's migrating through a wall, okay, warm to cold, the Vapour Barrier stops the vapor from migrating through the insulation. So it's actually this way that's protecting from, not the other way. So I kind of set them up there for an answer, but it's a misconception that it's supposed to protect the other way. It's actually not. It's to keep the vapor from going this way. I'm Brian Sear.
And I'm Jet Paulquin.
Keeping it real in real estate.
Thanks for watching.